What is up, everybody? ZWZTV, Zunigaistheman, whatever. So, a little bit of a different video because I've been through this subreddit a lot as of late. If you can hear that background sound, it's because I'm still playing Pokemon Sword as of recording. I found this subreddit called r/Antiwork, where it's pretty much about people who've been unhappy with their jobs and are looking for, like, better pay, treatment, stuff like that within the working system. So this subreddit, even though I'm not unemployed, I still support it 100% because of the messages that people are sending, saying that talk about their experiences with their bad jobs and everything, issues that they have with current or past jobs, like I just said, and so many other things. And I wanted to show some things because there's some that are really standoutish. If y'all want to support people who are all about, like, better treatment with work and all that other stuff, definitely support the subreddit. I highly recommend it. I mean, I don't know why I still have this one open, because, like, I'm never going to disclose the company that I'm with as long as I'm with them, because I'm not a fool. Let's look at, I'm going to show you about 5 different tabs from stuff that people have posted here to see what's going on. So, the all-staff email announcement for our annual holiday party. I think it's official. I have the most insane boss on this sub, so let's see what this person's boss says. Happy to provide you with another holiday party for blank. Party is for all employees of blank, and Suzanne and I are thrilled to celebrate with all of you. Party scheduled for December, whenever. Location is on your invitation, which you have received. For those that were here last year, you know it's a Western theme with all things associated with the West. Horses, cowboys, beans, dressed with... Okay, that's rather weird. Why would you have a full-on theme? Especially for something that's kind of outdated. Follow few simple rules for this holiday party so we're all on the same page, full understanding. Please be on time. This means on time, not 30 minutes early, late, or day, but on time. I think it would be good if you want people to be on time, they gotta show up early. Make sure they're there at the proper time. See, dress appropriately for the event. It has to be a Western theme. Pants and boot. If my job freaking did that, I'm freaking calling off that day, because I'm not freaking going by some random ass dress code like that. And plus saying a cape would be passable and applauded. Is this supposed to be a Western theme or freaking Marvel? Do not need boots to attend, it's merely a suggestion, maybe a vest, cowboy hat. Chic casual. What in the frick? Let's see. Don't wear wife beater shorts, sweatpants, or a full body suit. Don't come directly from the gym. Don't wear anything in the outside that should be worn in the inside. Question as to whether or not you should wear this outfit. Don't. Clothes that fit. No holes seen at least the squint of an eye. Wear a belt if needed. Let me guess, with a good old belt buckle? Recommend wearing a huge belt buckle. Of course. Jumped ahead. Your name on it in case you get lost. I'm not wearing no damn belt buckle. No bathing suits or birthday suits. Why not? That will make the party more enjoyable. No one wants to see Wednesday's underwear on Saturday night, or worse, nothing at all. Oh, God. Oh, bathe. Yes, please wash yourself before party as it get hot, sticking sweaty during these Florida nights. Then make sure you got the air conditioning running, you twat. Brush teeth and smile with confidence. If seeing how your freaking email is going off, I don't think people are going to be smiling. Come on, will be a fire as well when anyone setting themselves on fire or anyone else. Anybody who's reading this is probably going to be inspired to freaking set themselves on fire, you moron. Of course, be memorable but not appropriate. Why not? Who hasn't been so pissed off at their job that they want to set themselves on fire? There's lots of paperwork. Stop, drop, and roll. Our extinguisher is present just in case. Well, we're probably going to be overusing it, seeing how insane this email is. We're shoes that fit. Not going to cause you to trip and fall. Want a workman's comp claim, would we? Sir, sure, some of you would. Well, it's going to be hard seeing how you say Florida. People might be wearing sandals or anything. Lower less, make more, said every millennial ever asked. Significant other, wife, husband, boyfriend, and girlfriend. Well, that means if I was going down there, I'd be alone. Do not bring Captain Save-A-Ho. Why not? That's the best freaking captain in the world. Better than freaking Captain America, as far as I'm concerned. Do not bring a whore, a hooker, or a Mr. Last Night. Again, you just want people to go alone? I would have no problem freaking bringing a hooker saying, hey, look who I'm banging. Those are profits sexually and or financially from a holiday party. Then what's the point of the party? Like, don't people want to go there and eventually have a good time? You're not going to have a good time at the party. Why not have a good time outside of the party or even in the bathroom? Who wouldn't want a freaking blowjob when they're bored out of their mind? No, the party ain't perking them up, so somebody's gotta. Someone last night does not mean they live with you. Well, depending on who you ask. Bringing them is out about the... Not bring Miss Dr. Feelgood now or Dr. Kill Patient. Do not bring your drug dealer. Come on. Seriously, the drug dealer will liven up the party. Mom, pimp, or psychiatrist? Well, nobody wants to bring their mom. Pimp? Why not? He knows where to bring the hose. And psychiatrist? Well, chances are, if you're sending this email and you're the psychotic one, maybe you're the one who should be bringing your psychiatrist. Or maybe somebody's going to bring theirs to give you a mental evaluation. No kids whatsoever. Well, if you got alcohol, it's understandable. Can you use drugs or alcohol recreationally? Please refrain until way after the party and away from the event. Again, seeing how crazy this person is, if I was at this company, I would be doing drugs hardcore and drinking my ass off before then. Hopefully have a chance of having an overdose in front of all these people. If you're not able to comply, stay away. You're going to influence everybody to start drinking and doing drugs. To you, and I have no opinion or judgment about it's just not during our party. It's bad form. Please RSVP. That means acknowledge that you got the invite. You're attending or not. We want you at the party. No life gets in the way. Well, depending on your work schedule and everything, it could depend on whether or not you have a life. System process. No RSVP. No longer. I will assume you no longer work for me. So you have to answer the freaking email? What a twat. During the holiday party, we're giving out annual awards. Yeah, probably like a small bag of Cheetos and a thank you. Acknowledging our Employee of the Year. There will be 2. Yeah, right. Celebrating the Manager of the Year. Only 1, and my favorite award, the Comeback Employee of the Year. Yeah, I'm sure you'll be surprised that anybody comes back the next day. Employee of the Party of the Year was probably going to get fired, however, some miracle... So you acknowledge that you consider somebody a deadbeat and they somehow exceed your expectations, you dumb shit. Voting for yourself does not count. Damn. Whereas paid someone to vote for you, mind you of this gaff forever. Wow, so you're going to harass them. Leave all guns, politics, and personal opinions at the door? What, you're going to have a basket for everyone to put their guns in? Like, sorry, no guns in the place. Holiday party for something we're all very proud to do. Work at DH and save lives. Yeah, I'm sure everybody is proud of this. Let's move on to the next one, shall we? Watch the F out. Oh, we got a Walmart story. Alright. Worked at Walmart up until approximately an hour ago. My coach, a flipped up way of saying manager, pushed me to my tolerance level today. I'm no slouch when it comes to working hard. And sometimes I go above and beyond what is expected of me. First shift called out today in produce and meat department, so second shift I had to pick up the slack. As I was doing extra work, I was pissed, kept it cordial, and cool by doing my task. Coach saw how absolutely fucked we were today, and instead of offering help out, just stood there and watched us work, issuing commands like some kind of drill sergeant. Dude! What's the point of having managers if they're not gonna freaking do anything? Like, you hear these stories all the time where they're just sitting around on their asses doing nothing instead of helping, freaking making sure that work is done properly or anything. They just stand there and watch. Looking over the schedule for the department, the next task was throwing all the bad fruits and vegetables. It's like, thank Christ, I can have it in the back and not have to deal with customers, listen to music, get off my feet for a while. Lucky. Pretty much Cole made... Oh, that's what happens when my TV's a little loud. Coach pretty much told me to get fucked and stock produce while so-and-so was gonna do throwaways. Pretty bummed because I have social anxiety and pretty large, yes, my fault. And I have a persistent back injury from the last time I worked in Wally World. 4 hours of bending and stooping, pretty rough shape. Well, I can relate that a little bit because my job, having to stand and bend and break my back and everything despite being underweight, kind of painful. I go to clock out from lunch because my back is absolutely wrecked. I got caught with my coach, and she was like, get back on the floor. There's tons of produce to put out. I was already agitated because of the pain. I told her I need to go to lunch and sit down. My back is in great pain. So a member of management guffawed and exclaimed, "Excuse me?" Wow. Back, took my lunch, got in the truck, drove off. Now I'm nice and cozy at home, and my dog feel immensely relieved. Refuse to take my schedule into consideration at all, ignore my medical concerns, and treat me like worker B. Never working at Sam Walton's ever again. Fuck him, fuck my coach, and all the Chads, Brads, Karens, and make retail workers' lives hell. Workers and I were also forced to work while sick, which got me sick. One best way my ass. Seriously, what is with managers nowadays? They're lazy and they expect everybody else to do all the work. They'll just stay in there. It's like, what's your freaking job anyway? You're supposed to manage, but instead it's just an excuse for you to be lazy and get paid to do nothing. Like, seriously. If you want a best way to get paid to do nothing, just live stream and beg for freaking super chats. On YouTube. Reminder, this is all we got. And for some reason it's marked NSFW. Let's see. I typed this while stocking milk with frozen fingers. It's my daily act of time theft. If given the choice, they would roll over us, squeezing out anything of value and leaving the rest to rot in the sun. We owe them no sympathy. They owe us everything. This community is essentially our best/only tool. Keep disrupting, quitting, arguing, fighting. The 1% are the strongest force in the history of humankind. And what the history has taught us, make their fucking backs. It's a mad. Then you aren't paying attention. Either my ADHD is kicking in or I just didn't want to read that. Oh, let's look at this. I'm going to like this part. Website called The Balanced Career. So everybody saying a bad job can lead to health issues and unhappiness. I can confirm this. If you're on the fence, you should open your eyes to feelings, thoughts, and happiness in your life that might point to the exit sign. Signs it's time to quit your job. You dread going to work. Well, here, let me fully post that right here. This is going to make it a lot easier to read. So, let's see. Time to quit your job. You dread going to work. Doesn't everybody? Procrastinating more than you're actually working. Well, I can't afford to. Taking a toll on your health. Well, I mean, if raising anxiety counts, then I guess. Offended about your job too much. True. No room for advancement? Yeah, in a way. Can't speak up at your job. Well, nobody really can. Why are you saying you should leave your job? You know what? Let me look at this. Because I'm wondering... Turn this off a second. And I just screwed up the part there. Alright, let me bring that back up. There we go. Let's see, I want to see if where that article is. Let me see what the name of it said again. Quit your job. Alright, I guess this would be the article. Here, I'll go back to this after I get to the next Reddit post, so hopefully this is the one. I mean, it doesn't look like the same article. Let's see, 5 ways to know. Like, I'm trying to find this exact same... Yep, okay, that's going to be the one. But I'll also bring up the 10 reasons one. So I'll look at those two after this final Reddit post. My Walmart walkout of 2004. Oh, this should be a good one. Here's my Walmart walkout story of 2004. It felt great. Worked at Walmart, making $7.25 my senior year in high school. Decent money for the time, as minimum wage was $5.15. Jeez. Started as a seasonal employee in the garden center, and it was actually awesome. Watering plants all day and throwing mulch into trucks. Simple, boring, and easy. Fall rolls around, and I'm asked to stay on as a stock boy or whatever. So now I'm pushing carts and lifting stuff into cars. Definitely a worse gig and far below my skill set, but whatever, same pay. End up moving at the end of the fall to a different city at college town. Transfer is smooth. I find a place up there, nice and cheap. And move everything up and start my first day. Brought into HR and they tell me that since this isn't a super center, you don't make as much here. Your pay is $6.25 an hour. Oh boy. So they try to find some kind of workaround. A whole $1 less for the exact same job. What the fuck? You tell me on my first day? Like, okay, I'll take it for now, but I'm getting the fuck out when I can. I worked this job for like a month. My boss comes up to me extremely excited and wants to offer me a promotion. I'm like, okay, let's do this. Promoted to bicycle assembly, which is cool because I get a chair, I can listen to the radio. Build bikes and kids loved it. Pay increase? 40 extra cents per hour. Really? That's your idea of a promotion? Dude. So I do this job another month. We're approaching the holiday season. Bikes are flying off the shelves and filling what I can to keep up. The only guy doing the job. Never see my boss, department manager, but I do chat with her boss in the break room from time to time. Everything seems alright. Meanwhile, I'm being asked to go get carts and do the stock boy shit at the same time. Oh, treesh. The entire time I'm doing this, I had zero training and no text line options, portable computers to view inventory and order bikes with. I keep bringing this up and nobody listens. I bothered my department manager almost every other day about this. And she's basically like, oh, I'll just order the bikes. Never happens. Oh, boy. Just start putting what we have in stock together because I'm not going to do nothing, right? Still the same model, whatever, 10 of another. I'm running out of inventory. One day my boss pulls me aside. He's assistant manager of the store. And led into this tiny office of his. Our manager's there, they're extremely mad. Keep in mind, I haven't heard jack shit from either of them this whole time. I'm riled up, and I'm asked, how many of these bikes are you getting done a day? I said around 8 to 10. For some background, these bikes come in almost totally disassembled, covered in cardboard and stickers / tape. 30 minutes per bike to get them in assemblable or state. Didn't know that was a term. This needs to be somewhat tested and make sure everything's tight and safe. Many of these are going to children for crying out loud. The cheapo derailleurs, things that change gears, can take forever to be calibrated. Oh, and fixing previously bought bikes when they come in, we're bought whenever, because Walmart has the most lenient return policy on earth. It's 5 years old, rusty even, jeez. And he says that's unacceptable. You should be building 15 to 18 bikes per day. Well, scoffed at how ridiculous it sounded. I'm going off about my hours, wanting to report my clock in, clock outs, when again. I basically made my own schedule as I was the only guy. Worked 40 hours a week. The actual manager had told me to work 40 whenever. Just started berating me and teaming up with me on flabbergasted. Didn't really have words to respond with since everything I said made them matter. Oh, great. This was the first time I had ever heard anything negative from them. He went on and on about how this was busiest time, the shelves are getting empty, you can't even order the fucking things. Jeez. Raging at me with sneering eyes full of contempt. Meaning meet all the promises that need to be made, finish my shift, never get back to work for them. To get that $6.65 an hour job and shove it. My first missed day, I had 6 calls and 3 voicemails from asking where I was. Making an omelet, bitch. Very smart thing there. Over my cousin who worked in a nearby store. Now, it's a bunch of sales due to not having any bikes for Christmas. Get fucked. Let's see, I still shopped there. It was hilarious. The main manager, another non-dickhead assistant, promoted me, kept asking me to come back to a different position. No way. I saw that company fire an old door greeter, the nicest man around, because somebody returned a firearm. He didn't stop them from bringing it in. So the guy who came inside used the exit to bring his gun in. Not said differently. Wow. So they found a dumb reason to fire somebody. But anyway, before I conclude the video, this is going to be for anybody who wishes to leave their jobs. I'm going to show you these last two articles courtesy of thebalancedcareers.com. So this first one's saying top 10 good reasons to quit your job. And maybe this will influence people, if anybody who's unhappy with their jobs and looking for a way out. You think about quitting your job, not sure if doing it is the right reason, or you worry you should stay with the current employer for the time being. Before you quit a job, you should be very sure you want to resign. Once you've turned your resignation, you probably won't be able to change your mind and get your job back. Well, I don't think anybody really intends on doing that. Saying sure you quit your job, hating your job might be a good enough reason to quit unless you have another job lined up. Maybe also be other reasons you should keep your job or wait a better time to tender your resignation. You might even be able to turn things around and learn to love the place where you work. Yeah, right. Circumstances beyond your control, where quitting might be your only viable option. 10 warning signs you need a new job. Note, sometimes even if the work environment is difficult, be strategic to give another reason for quitting other than you hate working at the company. Then again, that's pretty much one of the number one reasons why people leave their jobs. Being polite about quitting can help you move on without burning any bridges. So some reasons in the diagram: difficult work environment, going back to school, finding a better job for your career, scheduling, and hours. Well, I mean, the scheduling / hours is the reason why I asked to go to first shift like 5 years ago and never got it. So here are 10 good reasons, as listed with these things. 1, you found a new job. Obviously, the best reason about quitting a job is you found a new one. Before you quit your job, though, make sure you've covered all the bases, including having a confirmed job offer and a cleaned out computer and office before you quit. True. 2, you hate your job. Don't quit your job right away, even if you hate it. It's better to strategically plan your departure so that you're leaving on your terms, not scrambling to find another position. That's what you do if you hate your job. 3, illness. Personal or family illnesses are both legitimate reasons to quit. Sometimes a sudden illness can be an excuse to leave a position. If a legitimate reason to quit, i.e. you or someone in your family is chronically ill, make sure that you have continued health insurance coverage after you leave. Also be aware that you may be eligible for FMLA due to personal or family illnesses. Let's see, you got difficult work environments, scheduling hours, stuff like that, yep. Difficult for you to adjust. I mean, like, I've hated my work schedule for the last 8 years because it makes it hard to have a personal life because my schedule being conflicting with other people's schedules makes it hard to really get stuff done in the long run. Let's see, going back to school, career change, relocation, true. You got a permanent position and what your gut tells you. Let's see, one for gut tells you. One of the best mentors I ever had told me that the best way to make decisions is listen to your gut. So it was worked with hiring, deciding to accept a job, or deciding to quit a job. He was right. Your gut is telling you to quit. Listen to it. So yeah, pretty much that. But now let's also look at the article to close out the video that we saw from the subreddit right there. Signs it's time to quit your job. This one was back in January. Everybody has a bad day at work now and then. For me, it's pretty much every day. You may furiously leave your office swearing you'll put your 2 weeks notice in soon, but how do you know when you should give your job a second chance or when it's really time to quit? For one, you should always follow your gut. If you deeply hate your job, you should absolutely start looking for opportunities. And a bad job can lead to health issues and unhappiness. On the fence, open your eyes, thoughts, and happiness. So of course, those 6 as we saw before. Warning signs that you should leave your job. Number 1, you dread going to work. Do you go to sleep every night dreading the next day of work? Well, in my case, it's going to sleep during the day and then having to go back that same night. It's normal to have qualms about the workday. If you truly deeply dread those 8 or so hours at the office, you have time to put in your 2 weeks notice. I mean, especially with my schedule that's been going on over the last 2 months where I had to keep going in early and we don't stop until we get enough to get like 500 parts no matter how long it takes. Procrastinating more than actually working. Everyone procrastinates on occasion. There's nothing you find engaging about your day-to-day work. You should consider whether your preserved position is really a good fit for you. But in my case, I can't freaking procrastinate due to the workload and the pacing. Taking a toll on your health. Are your sick days adding up out of the blue? Taking off as much time as you can possibly get? Resorting to a few or many glasses of wine each night to get over a bad day at work? Are you working so many hours that you have no time to exercise, eat healthy, or get enough sleep? No job is worth sacrificing your wellness. Well, it's like I've been unhappy for like the last 8 years, but even then I rarely take time off. Like, at least in my recollection, I called off like maybe 3 times this year, maybe 4. I'd have to check my phone history for the call and stuff. And I know I've probably missed like 2 or 3 days for paid time off, and that's it. It's like, Because, like, I never really have a reason to list for when I would want to ask for time off, because, like, I don't have anything going on in my life to give a reason to file out saying why I'm asking for time off in the first place outside of my birthday. Even with the schedule, it can be hard, because, like, trying to find time to sleep and get videos done and everything. Vent about your job too much. I mean, don't we all? If we're qualified, no room for advancement. Yeah, that kind of goes without saying. Work environment is negative. We all are unhappy. Recruited by other companies. Yeah, right. Culture isn't fit. Good for you. Can't speak about your job. Job doesn't speak to you. Yeah, we got communication issues deeply. Find yourself justifying your job. Well, the pay sucks, my boss is a jerk, but the benefits are okay. So you're trying to give positives despite the negatives. Coworkers are nasty, kind of sending, at least salary is decent. Money, but at least there's free coffee and snacks in the office. Sheesh. And if you're reading this article. Oh god, the irony. So anyway, I'm going to conclude it there, folks. Let me know what you all thought in the comment section below. Again, if you want to check out the subreddit, it's r/Antiwork and see the stuff that people are saying if you're on the fence about your job. The stuff like about treatment and pay and work conditions and all that. If you want to see other people posting everything, check out that subreddit. I highly recommend it. So thanks for watching, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace out, and good day, everybody.